Proceeds, known online as Wootini, here with another Gay Gamer video podcast. I don't really have a movie review this week because I did not go to the movies because COVID is everywhere. Like seriously, I thought about going to see West Side Story. I thought, well, if I can find an AMC like this little theater here, and there's only like one or two other people in the theater, then maybe it'd be okay. But then I was like, no, I don't think that's a good idea. Because the positivity rate is like skyrocketing. In New York City, it's literally at like 30%. Like 1 in 3 people have COVID right now. It's absurd. So I don't know what the hell. So I'm basically just, hunkering down. And I did catch Encanto on Disney Plus, though, because it's now on Disney Plus. And I do regret not going to see it in the theater in 3D. Because there were some scenes where I thought, oh, this would have looked really cool in 3D, I bet. I didn't really care for it. The animation is gorgeous, like the lighting and the textures and everything. It's just tremendous animation. I just wish it was in service of a better story. It just sort of didn't work for me. I just didn't think the story was that good. It was a little confusing, it was a little weird, and they didn't quite explain things properly for me, and I'm just like, so it never connected, and it didn't tug on my heartstrings the way I think it was meant to. So, oh well. Your mileage may vary. It may grab your heartstrings, I don't know. But I've been hunkering down and just like watching television and playing video games. I did in fact finish Rime, which I liked, but I have to admit that the story, I didn't get the ending, and I don't know if it's because when I was playing it, I finished a level, I finished an area, and then I was like, okay, I have to, it's dinner time, let me just pause it here, and I'll come back and do the final area tomorrow. However, when the next day came and I went to do the final area, like the cinematic finished, and then it was just this little epilogue thing that took 5 minutes, and I was just like, oh, I should have done this last night, and maybe then the story would have connected and I would have gotten it and everything would have been fine, but I don't know, maybe not. Maybe I'm just that thick and like it would have just been confusing regardless. I don't know. Because the thing is, there's no dialogue, there's no captions, there's nothing, and throughout playing the game I was very impressed at how the game managed to kind of guide you through the levels, and you knew where you had to go and what you had to do in order to proceed. But I was impressed with that, but then at the end, the actual story, when it was like, here's your ending, and I was like, wait, what? And I had to go on Wikipedia and be like, wait, oh, okay, I get it. And I didn't get, it was all very subtle. And the 5 stages of grief levels, I did not get that. But it all works. And I'm just stupid, so it's still a good game. And I did enjoy playing it, especially since I was able to solve all the puzzles and I never once had to look up a walkthrough. I was very proud of myself for that. There was one puzzle where I was this close and I was like, but then I like looked around some more and I went, wait, what if I go over there and do this? And then bing, bang, boom, I solved it. So I was very proud of myself. I never had to cheat, not once. Which basically just means that the puzzles are like super easy, so if you're super smart, you'll just breeze through this game and think that all the puzzles are stupid. But I, being of moderate intelligence, felt clever when I would solve some of these puzzles. But I do appreciate playing a little indie game like this that I can finish in a couple of weeks, as opposed to something like Assassin's Creed Valhalla, which takes months and months and months and months and months. And then they keep adding content, and I'm just like, I have to step away. Except, this past week, I actually popped in Assassin's Creed Valhalla and just played it for a little bit, because it's the Yule Festival, and I missed this the last time around because I wasn't playing it at that time. So, I checked out the Yule Festival, and I did a couple of the side quests, and there's even more side quests that have been added, and I'm just like, I'm not going near any of those. I just want to do the Yule Festival, and I did a couple of side quests, got enough Yule tokens where I was able to buy like the decorations and the hair and the tattoos and stuff, but I don't like any of them, so I'm like, never mind. And now it's just weapons and armor, which I don't care about, so I wasn't going to do any more of the little things to earn Yule tokens. I said, I'm done. Good. I also played some Ace Attorney, but I also discovered that Best Buy was having a sale, and Guardians of the Galaxy was half off. It was like $30. And everybody's been raving about this game, so I said, you know what? It's half off. Let's jump in. And it is good. I am enjoying it. Yes, of course I wish I could play it on my PS5, but I don't have a PS5, and I don't think I'm going to get a PS5. And I hope I can finish this by February, because it does appear to be more linear. It's not like an open world time suck like Assassin's Creed or Red Dead. This is more linear, so hopefully I can get this finished by February, because I was reminded recently that Horizon Forbidden West comes out then, and I need to play that. Again, I'd love to play it on the PS5, but alas, there are none to be had. But Guardians of the Galaxy is actually really fun. I've only done the first chapter so far. I mean, I started the second. But it's very funny. It's sort of like the movie, but then not like the movie, because it's not the comic. It's like this weird hybrid. So it acts like the movie and sounds like the characters sound like the movie characters, but they don't exactly dress like the movie characters, because it's kind of not a movie license. So they kind of dance around that. But they're very funny, and I really love that as you're exploring, like, it's just constant, non-stop dialogue and wisecracks, and, like, you're exploring this whole area with, like, Groot and Rocket, and obviously Groot's not talking about Rocket, is like, blah, 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 blah. And it's very funny, and there's constantly, like, he'll say something, and then you have, like, a dialogue option where you can, like, make a crack, or you can be serious, or you can tell him to shut up, or whatever. Like, so it's, like, constant, like, that sort of thing. And then I also love that, like, one time I missed a long jump with my rocket boots, and I fell, and then after the game reset and let me do it again, Rocket, while I was doing it again, Rocket was like, ha ha ha, you fell, ha ha ha, and I thought that was pretty funny. And then one time he's like, no, this way's a dead end, let's go this way. So I went down the dead end way to see if there was any bonus stuff down there to collect, because I can't not do that. And then he came around the other side with Groot, and he saw me, and he was like, do you believe me now? It's a dead end. I told you, whatever. Why don't you listen to me? What's wrong with you? You know, and making fun of me. And, like, that sort of thing I find really funny. It's, like, dynamic dialogue thing that they got going on. It's very, very entertaining. I'm now at the point where I've got all the Guardians, like, at the end of that first chapter, you get them all together, and then you can give them their orders, and they fight, and you try to get them to do this, that, and the other thing. And it's a little chaotic. I hope that I kind of get the hang of it and it gets a little easier, because right now it's a little overwhelming in the heat of battle with all these alien monster creatures flying all over around you and attacking you. Like, they'll take care of themselves, but you need to use them to help you defeat the enemies and stuff, and if you team up and you can combine your powers, and then it's a little better, but it's a little chaotic. It's not turn-based. It's all real-time, and it's like, ah! So that's a bit hectic. But so far, so good. I'm very much enjoying it. It's very funny. It's very entertaining. My main complaint with it is that it's really hard to find a place to pause the game and save it and go do other things. It's not like an open world game. Like, it's just, you finish one section and you're immediately in the next section, and then something else happens, and then something else happens, and something else happens, and it's like, it barely pauses to let you take a breath, where you can pause the game and save it and then go eat dinner. So, like, that's why I literally played through the entire first chapter in, like, one sitting, and then the second chapter kept going, and then I was like, I have to go make dinner. And finally, after a little QuickTime event, I was like, okay, I'm not going to follow you down this hallway, I am literally going to pause the game and save it, and I'm going to go make dinner now, because I have to stop. But that's the only complaint I have so far. So come back next episode when I've played some more of it, and see if I still like it as much.